So that weather's shifted once again. Sun's back out. We've just had 2 days of rain and quite a bit of wind as well. So we're just having a look around greenhouses, see if there's any more things that's ripe. But before we do that, I just want to say a massive thank you to Andrew Miller, Angie and Scott, who have made donations to this channel. And as you know, donations always go back into the channel to pay for things like fertilisers, compost and seeds. And it's a really nice gesture when people like the channel enough to make these donations, which help me to continue making videos covering costs of the things that we need. So thank you very much for that, Andrew, Angie and Scott. It's very much appreciated. While I was in this greenhouse, I noticed we got some more ripe tomatoes. We only picked them a few days ago, and then a few days again before that. But these are those Gardener's Delight tomato plants, and they produce the nice little salad tomatoes. This green bean plant's going mad again. Keep having to hang it up over the top of the greenhouse, and it's still actually trying to grow beans, even though it has slowed down a little. But I can see at the moment we've got some decent beans on there, so we might as well pick those off while we're in here. I was saying the other day that this plant has really slowed down, but over the last few days it seems to find a new lease of life, and it's now producing more really nice French beans. Always welcome. But we've also, as I said, got lots of these little cherry tomatoes. They're a Gardener's Delight plant, as I said, and they grow to just a little bit bigger than the cherry tomato. So, perfect for your salads. And if they're ripe, they've got to come off. Loads and loads. Lots and lots of these little cherry tomatoes, all bunched together and ripe. Well, that's a pretty good harvest. Loads of these lovely Gardener's Delight salad tomatoes, and at that I've still left a few on there, so we've still got quite a few more to come. I've just spotted one of those as well. In fact, there's two. We've got two nice red ripe chili peppers, so they can come off. We're going to be making some really hot sauce with these. So they've gone really red now, so they're definitely ready to come off. These garden pearls are doing really well this year. These are really little cherry tomatoes, but they are so sweet as well. You keep getting these and stick them on a cocktail stick. A little square of cheese and a tiny little tomato. Really tasty combination. And this plant's called a garden pearl, if you want to try some next year. I think they're ready for a water. Got some more on this side as well. We'll come back and water those in a while. Got a few more carrots as well growing in this tub. Some more that we've left for later on, but they're not quite big enough yet. I did notice these jackbird little pumpkins that we've put in ground. We've got a pumpkin on this one as well now, which is really good to see. So we'll keep that off anything that's damp, so we don't want it to rot underneath. And there's also one on this one as well. So we're basically just stuck about 4 or 5 plants in ground here, and they had a really slow start, but now it seems like they're starting to grow and produce some baby pumpkins. And we've got a potted chilli plant here as well. These are them hot lemon drops again, and you can see that one is starting to go a little bit orange now. But on this side we've got another one that's gone red, so we'll take that. His lettuce is looking pretty good too. Let's put a bit of size on. So is that spinach. That's due to all that rain we've been having, followed by warm. We've got some bits and bobs coming through in those containers as well. Those sunflowers have got to a right height. 10 feet or something, that one. And we've got one there as well. It's got a nice big sunflower red on it, which that bee's enjoying at the moment. And a couple more there. As always, we're always coming in here and checking for cucumbers, and it looks like we have got another one. We've had loads and loads of cucumbers off this plant. Another one up back there as well, and another one growing next to it. Really productive plants. That's got one on. So that one I'm just going to turn around so it gets a bit more ripening on this side, and that one's not ripened. So we can pretty much just leave these in here for now. These are some more Gardener's Delight plants as well. So again, we might as well get them off. It looks like we're going to get a really good tomato harvest this morning. That's another cucumber plant. We've trained it up here. And it's got loads more flowers on. It's also got a couple of cucumbers on it as well. But this one down at the bottom has basically refused to ripen, and it's way too big. So I'm just going to take this off and do away with it. In fact, I will just leave it on the bench and see if anything happens over the next few days. But sometimes some of them just don't want to ripen, and I think it's because they're right at that base and they're just not getting enough light. Rather than leaving it to draw energy out of plant, when we've already got a couple of good ones on there, it might as well come off. Strawberries we can't ignore. They have to come off as soon as they're ripe. What birds are that lot? This one's trying, but just not ready. Some really tiny ones on here. They're coming off though. All those pepper plants that we took all those peppers off recently seem to have picked back up now. And we've got some more little baby peppers growing, which is good to see. We've still got time to grow these. And we've got 2 big plants in a container as well. And that one's got about 4 peppers on it. Not massive, but still there. But at least they're not rotting like the ones we took off recently. And we always have a look at this Jack Little plant when we come out, because it's just really impressive. That pumpkin's even bigger now. These are miniature pumpkins as well, so they'll not get much bigger than that. So it'll start to turn orange now. And we have got quite a few growing. A couple more down here. So that would definitely worth a little walk around garden. Every single week we're harvesting things. We're blending up tomatoes and then freezing them to use later for soups. We've got bags and bags of frozen French beans. We've got bags of peas, peppers, potatoes. We've got pickled cucumbers, pickled chilies, and hot chili sauce. So all these things that we're getting are all serving a purpose, even if not for now, later on down the line, when there's not much to harvest, but we still want that nice fresh food. And that's why we preserve a lot of what we get, so we don't waste anything through the year, because it's a long winter at UK. We've got that amazing harvest of Gardener's Delight tomatoes. Lovely little salad tomatoes, those. They're always welcome. And we're now starting to get some of these really deep red chili peppers, which is going to make a really hot sauce as well. We are cucumbers every week. Normally 2 a week we're getting from these, so that's why we pickle some. The rest we use in salads. And more French beans every week, and it looks like this plant has picked back up. It's starting to grow some brand new little French beans on it. So we're not done with that quite yet. And we've got bags and bags of these in freezer. And we keep picking these golden raspberries, red raspberries and blackberries, and also our strawberries. And what we're doing with those is we're just removing the tops, cleaning them, and we're freezing them in mixed bags of fruit. And we've got about 3 bags this big in freezer already, which is all that mixed fruit. So it can be taken out and used at any time to mix with yogurt, to make smoothies, or just add to the top of something. So all these things have all got a purpose. So every single time we come out in garden and we get things like this, we're so grateful for it. And since we're now in mid-August, things are going to start to completely ripen, and it won't be too long before we start getting some of these little miniature pumpkins as well. And maybe some more sweet corn. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the donations that people are making to help this channel. And if you want to see what else we sow, grow and harvest over the next few months, just hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and we'll see you next time.